What we're about to do is going to be phenomenal.
We're going to talk to you about something that'll change your life. What I want is for all of us to be at training. And do you want to see how you go 50-50, yes or no?
Yes.
Then get everybody on your team. And what happens is now you get people on your right and people on your left to training.
Master this one thing, and I promise you, you will ride this thing all the way to the top. Who's got the deal?
Go out there, become ambassadors of hope, and show the world what you're capable of doing when you build with trust, loyalty, respect, love, and understanding it together. We are powerful. Thank you, family. I can't wait for you to see more.
So thank you for letting us serve you.
That's right, everybody. We are headed to New Orleans in a month. Man, it's coming up fast here. So welcome everybody to our Tuesday night training, and super excited for everyone to be here. Jesse McPherson coming at you from my home office in Phoenix. I am heading over to Greece, Athens tomorrow, as we're heading into our Elevate convention this weekend for all of Europe and Africa. And then we're going to be coming back here for our big event at the end of next month. So, but it is September 26th, September 26th. So what does that mean? That means that we have 4 days and a few hours here, if you're counting today as well, to close out the month of September. Now, why is that significant? Well, for our squared bonus. So our squared bonus is one of the most important things that we have launched over this year. You're going to see this progression and continue to get even better and better, sexier and sexier as we are heading into October. But we want to close out the month of September strong by helping you get to your next residual rank. Not only that, but all of our new people, we want to help them get off to a fast start with our blast off bonus, where they can double their squared bonuses by accomplishing them within a certain time frame. So within your first 50 days, you can actually earn double bonuses all the way up to our 50-50 squared for an extra $1,000 bonus. There's actually over $1,750 on the table, all the bonuses, if you end up doubling them, that you can get access to, which is amazing. So we want to help you guys do that and get after it. We've got a lot of people that we want to recognize, but what we want to do here is we want to save some of them for next week for our rank promotions, because we also want to recognize our squared people next week for all of their new squared bonuses that they're achieving here coming through the month of September. Today, though, what we want to focus on here is getting started correctly and closing out this month strong. And of course, I have an incredible guest trainer on here tonight that's going to be going through that, which we're super excited about. But before we get into that, if you are registered for Elevate, go ahead and put that into the chat box. I cannot wait to see everybody in New Orleans. It is going to be an absolute blast. So I want you to go and type down there and let us know if you are registered for New Orleans. Just say, I'm in, ready to go. Show me some fires. Let me know. Of course, and never miss it. Amanda, good to get your text. Congratulations on everything. So if you guys are ready, say I'm ready in the chat box, and let's get right into it. So today I got the privilege of introducing somebody that was an incredible host at our last event. She's been one of our regional trainers, and you're going to be seeing a whole lot more of her, but really did a stellar job. The feedback that I got from her last regional, actually the last two regionals, was just over the top in terms of her ability to be able to go out there and communicate and train and show people how to effectively build their business. And she went out here and pumped out her squared bonuses here. And I know there's going to be a lot more people a part of her organization that are going to be promoted to their next squared rank that are going to be crossing the stage. So if you want to cross the stage at Elevate, you got to get your squared bonus done before the end of this month. So we want to see you guys get your new people started, get those blast off bonuses, get your residual bonuses, cross the stage, and be recognized for your accomplishments here as you're building. But without any further to do, please help me welcome Diamond Agent, Miss Dana James. How you doing, girl?
I'm good, Jesse. How's everything? You can see me okay?
I got you, girl.
Good. Well, thank you so much. First of all, we want to say safe travels to Greece, guys. If you want to drop that in the chat, safe travels. We are so grateful for you, Jesse, for, taking the lead in so many different things. And we know leaving your family is not easy at all, but for the betterment of the group and the company, you have always been there. So we are so appreciative and grateful for you. And I know the folks in Greece are waiting for you like we do, So we're really excited. And thank you for, having me on the call. I know it's really important to put somebody in front of the team and in front of the company that, can share a story or give some information that will help better and add to their business. And my goal is to do that tonight. So thank you so much. And now, what's up, Secret? Hey, how y'all doing? Good night. Happy Tuesday night. I hope everybody's doing well. It's the beginning of our week, and we have a few days to end the month. This is a huge few days that we have. Your bonuses, your weekly bonuses can be out of sight by next week. But what can really happen is that we can all hit the next level of a square bonus. So my goal today is to talk to you about a couple of things that will help you add to your business that will get you there. That's really what it is. And for those of you that never heard about me, you may not have heard a story. And if you're brand spanking new and you're like, why am I listening to this girl, Dana James? Like, I don't know anything about her. First of all, welcome. Welcome to the company. Welcome to the team. We are glad to have you here. Your friend or your family member got you here, showed you the information because it has changed their life. They plan on doing it. It's the vehicle that they've chosen to do it and the family they've chosen to do with. I remember seeing, something similar to Secret over 10 years ago, and I've been with Secret. Listen, November will be 3 years, y'all. Some of us are almost at 3 years of being in a company that we've been waiting for. Like, I'm so excited. I'm just realizing that, telling you guys that. But, when I saw the industry, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that I wanted something better. I had a professional career in human resources, and I loved what I did because I wanted to help people. When I was very young, something happened to me in corporate America, and it was like, what can I do in my career, right? Because your career lasts decades. So what can I do in my career that will help people? And so I started to go down, and I found myself in human resources, and I studied business and human resources. And I was one of those people lucky enough to actually work in the field that I studied. So I got in there, I helped with recruiting, I did payroll and benefits and all of that. And as the years went on, corporate America changed. The world changed, the structure of organizations changed, and I didn't see myself wanting to be a part of that change. A lot of my messages, instead of becoming the person that you came to see when you were ready for a promotion or you wanted to better yourself, or just walking through and saying good morning, I became the person no one wanted to see because it was doom and gloom, and that's not the life I live. So I just opened my mouth. And as I tell my stories today, I'm going to show you all some things, but I do have a what I call the business builder checklist that I'm going to share with you all today. But take some notes. If you haven't sent that last text out and said, "Hey, are you on the call? Did you make it?" It seems like you want to hear this girl Dana James today, even though we may not know her that well. It's worth your listen tonight. I can tell you that, because I come straight, from experience. I give you what I've already done and what the team that I've worked with have already done. There's no fluff around this, y'all. Just like we've worked for anything else and we've accomplished that, we got to work here. But the reward has been very, very bigger. It's been heftier. It's been more fulfilling than anything that I've experienced. And so, like I said, my girlfriend saw it after I complained to her and told her I can't do this anymore. And she invited me to her house. And so we're not going through the invite today, but if any of your invites sounded like this, we are in the same company. Hey, get to my house. I can't explain it. Don't ask me no questions, but you got to see what I saw. And my brother is excited. That was my invite. So if you feel like you messing it up, keep messing it up. Why? Because somebody like Dana James may show up to your house, right? You never know. It's like our leaders always say, just say something. Say something to make the person listen to you, to say, maybe I need to hear what's going on, right? And so I got to her house. I didn't know what was going on. I just sat there. It was Sunday. She was a good cook. And so I thought I would get Sunday dinner. That didn't happen. I had a couple chips and, a drink, but my life changed forever. And as I talk to you today, I'm a little bit close to 12 years in the industry. And like I said, just about 3 years with Secret, and life has never been the same. I've been able to live life. I've been able to not to work my corporate America job for years now. And it's all because of this little thing that people are going to tell us about, this thing that folks are going to say, no one makes money there, that it's a scheme and all of that stuff. And so I want to share something with you all. And on this part, I'm just going to ask you to listen. We're not going to write anything. We're not going to, I just want you to listen, because many of us have been here at this point. And I want you to listen as a brand new person coming in. And I want you to also listen as a person that is going to help brand new people come in, right? Listen as a brand new person. Go back to your very first day. If you remember the very first day you got your ID number, put a 1 in the chat. How did you feel? Did you feel your life has changed? This is what I've been looking for. I don't know how I'm going to do this thing. I don't know how it works, but I'm in the group of people that I'm supposed to be. Do you remember your first day? I remember mine. I remember how the house smelled. I remember how many people was in the couch watching me. I remember what time the presenter showed up. I remember the demeanor of my girlfriend. I remember it all. Why? Because it was the day my life changed. I see a lot of ones. Come on, y'all. Come on, you can't forget that. And so Jesse told you that I was able to speak at the RTEs. I thank Juanita Phipps and Jen Newkirk for allowing me to have a segment at training, and also to assist with actually our call to action to get to people to elevate. People want things, y'all. They ready to get out there. And so I thank them for this. And I didn't know what I really wanted to do at the training, because I was with two dynamic people. And I thought about, what about the basics? What if we go back to the basics? What if we lay the foundation? Sometimes we got to be reminded. So as I read this, I just want you all to listen real quick. It's a couple of minutes. Some of you may want to close your eyes. But I was able to do this at our regional training event in Chicago. And I'll tell you all, like I told some of you will remember this. And it's a good thing to remember. Some of you will be hearing this for the very first time. And although I know that y'all can't talk to me, you can't holler at me and give me high fives, what I'm going to ask you to do is just say a little something in the chat, right? If it's a little amen, I got you, I know that's right, it's okay. Put it in the chat. Because when I went back to the fundamentals and the basics, and I reread this statement, I said, you know what? It's time to get it together. It's called Your Dreams Flu Shot. Brian Carruthers, which is one of the top income earners in our industry, he's been in the industry for about 27 years. He's been a 7-figure earner in his first 3 years of being in the industry, and he has been with one company. So listen, you ain't crazy because you said you here. You ain't crazy because you say you know this is where you belong. You may have started on one end of the field versus someone else, and we don't compare ourselves to one another. But this gentleman took what he learned. He didn't speak in theory. And this is the thing that I love about our leaders here at Secret. They tell us what they know. They tell us what they've experienced. They tell us what they've tried. And if that thing didn't work, they don't teach us that at all, do they? But if they try something and it worked, they incorporate it into what we do, and that's what we're being taught. So listen to Your Dreams Flu Shot real quick, y'all. It says, so that you don't catch the flu from others, who have the infection, doctors will give you a small dose or shot of the flu so that your body's immune system can build up resistance to it before you come in contact with the virus. Most people say it's worth getting a tiny touch of the flu so that you don't catch the full-blown illness. So you have started your network marketing business. Now it's time to inoculate you. When you joined your company, it all seems like such a no-brainer. The product is so valuable, it's needed, and it's inexpensive. And who wouldn't want to make extra money? Everyone will sign up for this, right? So instead of getting advice and training, you feel it's going to be easy to just pick up the phone and start calling your friends and tell them about it and then sign up. How many of y'all? Okay, I see it. I see the chat blowing up, right? That's how we all felt the first day. I'm not even halfway through, y'all. But guess what? Here's your shot of the flu. They don't all join. In the beginning, most won't. Some will even try to discourage you. They'll say things like that. I don't need that product. Is that a pyramid scheme? I don't have time for that. Don't waste your time on that. I know someone who joined and made no money. Nobody makes money in those businesses. And sure, I'll come and check it out, but they don't show up. Sure, I'll watch the DVD and they never watch it. Now, what I forgot to warn y'all, this thing was written a while ago. So that DVD, I just read the word because it was in there, but y'all know what I mean. We gonna have some fun tonight. Y'all know what I mean. Just follow me, right? But they say they're gonna watch it. They say they're gonna join the Zoom. They say they're gonna come to your living room, but they may not come, right? Wait, who said cassettes? Wait a minute now. I had a cassette player in my car, okay? Let's go back though. It says, if you understand and expect this from the outset, you can effectively handle these responses and not let it hinder your success. If you have had your flu shot, you can get around people carrying the virus, not become infected yourself. Every top earner in the business got these same responses every day, and they still do. I remember Eric Grisbowski, it was like 2 trainings ago, getting on the stage and telling us, that people are still telling him no, and people are still hanging up on him. Now, that's one of those, you don't know what you don't know. Like Eric Grisbowski, they hanging up on him. So they can hang up on me. It's okay. Right? So it's just to show you guys it happens to everybody. But let's get back to our thing. Many people claim to be open-minded, but in reality, most have preconceived notions and closed minds. The key is knowing the right way to approach people, coming right out and saying, have you heard of such and such company? Or do you want to make money? Just doesn't work. In fact, running out there without proper training will blow your chance of a good impression, good first impression. Of course, you are excited and ready to start building your business, but don't sabotage your business on the first day. Learn from the thousands of people who have already made the mistakes before you and learn what works and what doesn't work. In other words, stop. Don't go talk to people yet. Friends, your friends know you for you and not as an expert in this new business. They will not take information properly from you. Don't let your ego convince you otherwise. In your training, you will learn how to utilize your upline experts to share the information properly for you. There are ways to get people in front of the information where they do not feel like their friend is trying to sell them or recruit them. The approach just needs to be right. Then the presentation needs to be a third party, a home meeting, an expert meeting, a conference call, a Zoom, a business briefing, a seminar, at a hotel. That DVD came up again. Okay, I already told y'all, one-on-ones and two-on-one sit-down meetings with your upline. You will learn this. You will learn this as you attend training events in your area, listening to your audio's inner circle if you haven't signed up for it, listening to your weekly training calls where you're obviously listening because we're on Team Synergy on a Tuesday night. Your upline experts will also coach you on what to say in your approach to your contacts. Just remember, it's all about getting appointments, not explaining anything over the phone or bits and pieces on the fly. Get appointments to show them the whole presentation. This is the only way you will sign people up. Maybe by the time you read this, you have already blown it with a few people, but don't keep making the same mistake. So make sure you do not catch the flu, which means get discouraged and possibly quit when people give you negative responses or objections. People don't know what they don't know. How can you judge a movie when they themselves have never sat in the theater and watched it? They buy into one negative person who has been walking the country, infecting everyone with their negative virus. Misery loves company. People love to spread negativity. What you will find is more than half of the people who actually see a whole presentation will sign up. The key is them seeing the whole presentation. So get appointments. Don't talk to people about it. Be vague and get the presentation in front of them. Now that you have read this, we hope your baby skin will become rhino skin. Decide to become bulletproof. Not let words from others knock you out of the box of your business. You wouldn't let someone talk you out of your faith or your family or your job. So don't let them talk you out of your vehicle that will take you to your dreams and your goals. Get good at spotting dream killers and avoid them. Focus on why you started your business, what you want success in the business to accomplish for you. And when your why is super strong, so will your resolve to work, grow, and succeed. I'll see you at the top. Now, I think that was more than 2 minutes, but was it worth the read, y'all? Was it worth the listen? I'm telling you, every time I read that, I start my business over. Who's willing to start their business over in the next 4 days that we have until the end of the month? And then we're going to go ahead. And if you've never hit a square bonus, you at least think you could get 5-5 done. Build the foundation, right? Build the foundation. And before we leave, for those of you that want that, it is a PDF online. And when we slow down in the chat, you don't have to. We'll drop it. Kim Gonzalez is going to drop it a couple times throughout the call, y'all, so that you can have it. It's something in the checklist and the fast start that we have done for a while. We give it to the people so they can see it, but we actually read it to them and read it with them. Because we all feel that way when we first start, and some of us still feel that way, and we've been in years, right? So I hope that that helped you all. I hope that it was something that it's packed with so much. I hope all the little pieces makes you realize that your flu shot is your secret family. Your flu shot is your training that you're sitting on right now at Team Synergy. Your flu shot is your RTE that we just went to last week, right? Your flu shot is your leadership calls that your upline leader has for their team on instruction and training. That's what your flu shot is. Because now you out here dodging the craziness. Well, somebody that has something you don't want and they don't have a way for you to get to what you want and you dreamed of, got something to say, just remember, ooh, I got my flu shot. Maybe we should hashtag that, right? I got my flu shot. I am not worried about anybody that doesn't have anything that I don't want. I cannot listen to that person. I cannot follow that person. And I'm going to put something on you. That might be your cousin. It might be your best friend. It might be your sibling or even one of your parents. But what I will tell you this, one thing we've also learned in this ride, sometimes you got to show them better than you could tell them, because there are people that come back around. So I hope that that flu shot was something that helped you guys. Again, I know Kim is dropping it in there for you. And I'm going to share one more thing before we get to this list. I was asked to share with you all how I use my calendar throughout my life, including the business. So again, that flu shot, I hope that flu shot helps you guys. I hope that it blessed you, and that you all can take that and read it and it be something that you can use. So I'm going to share my screen with you all, because we're going to talk about keeping a calendar. How many of you all you keep a calendar? And maybe do you use it on your phone or whatever? I didn't used to use my calendar on my phone. I didn't used to use my calendar on my phone. I hope that if you guys have a calendar on your phone and you're savvy enough to use it, I suggest that you do. I'm showing you all a mock calendar that I came up with, because I can't show y'all my personal calendar. I got every single thing on there, and that's what I want to talk to you all about. Let me stop the share for a minute. When using, the reason why I suggest that you use your calendar is because the longer that we live, the more we have to do. If you remember your grade school years, your teenage, even into your college years, you had the same routine and you had a lot more free time. And so there was no forgetting anything, and you could always attend something that someone introduced you to. And for those of you that were like me and all I did was go to school and go to work, I didn't even have a job. I mean, a business yet. So I had a job, and my job was 9 to 5. So I was from work between 8 and 6, getting to work, coming home, and I was done. A birthday was always celebrated on the weekend. There were no children around, no husbands, no wives, no significant others. And so things were easy. And when I became further and further into adulthood, I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I am. But when we start growing up into adulthood, more things happened. And then when I decided, hey, it's time to change my life and add a business, and I wanted more, and I wanted to take the skills that I've learned and contributed to others that may not be able to pay. And so now I'm part of a nonprofit. I'm a chairwoman of the board of a nonprofit, and we give time and resources, and it's just all these things. But you still don't want to forget your auntie's birthday, right? You don't want to forget your cousin's birthday. But many people say, Dana, how do I, with everything going in life, how do I still build my business? Because at the end of the day, I don't have time. How many of y'all feel like you don't have time to build your business? Give me a 3 in the chat. Sometimes the days just run and you look up and it's like, I don't have time. It's dark outside and I didn't call anybody today. I didn't push play on a video. I didn't get a Zoom. I didn't even go and have an event and I said that I want to do this business. Now, if you don't have to let everything out, but have you ever felt that way, right? And so what I've shared with people over time is how to use your calendar, because we have more time than we think. And it's also the things that we're giving our time to. And so now I'm going to share this calendar. Boom. Hopefully everybody can see my calendar okay, right? Okay. So the reason why I have this calendar here, I chose a calendar that was a clean slate. Because again, my calendar, y'all, got stuff all in it. Like it's colors everywhere. I use color codes and all of that stuff, but I wanted to give something with a clean slate so that you can see. And if you can see right here, there are things that go on your calendar that are non-negotiables. If you have your pen and paper, write that down. There are things that go into your calendar that are non-negotiables. No matter what happens, this must take place and I must be a part of it. So on Tuesdays, if you're platinum and above, there is a call for platinum and above. And if you see, I just clicked on that, that thing is, I give it an hour. Sometimes we're shorter than that, and that's fine, because I'm never going to cut that call off. It has to be an emergency situation. For me, I take my dad to the doctor or to his therapy a couple times a week. That is the only thing right now that could get in the way of me taking that call or being on that call. Look what happens. I have an alarm that comes to me 30 minutes before. Y'all could set up that alarm where it comes up any day before, any hour before, 10 minutes. I have certain setups, right? And so, and if you notice, is weekly on Tuesday. I just left that thing out till infinity, y'all. Is weekly on Tuesday, every Tuesday, because eventually you'll get used to and you'll feel it. Like, whoo, it's 11:30. Right? You'll feel it, but you got to get used to it. Look what else is non-negotiable. The call we're on right now. The call we're on right now is weekly on Tuesday nights for Chicago Central Time. It's 8 p.m. I'm going to block that out. Even if I'm driving somewhere, I'm going to block that out. What I also love about the calendar, y'all, it lets us know what holidays here in the United States. It lets us know what holidays are here. But guess what else I had? I blocked out from 8 to 6 p.m. our secret Good Life training, our regional training event that we just had last week. That means no one can ask me for anything between 8 and 6, right? There's no birthday parties, there's no brunches or anything. And depending on what's going on, we may have a lunch event or a presentation afterwards, in which we did. Jen Newkirk did a presentation for us in Chicago. So I knew that I wouldn't have to do it, but you can put that in your calendar as well. But look at October. Non-negotiables. Remember, these are things that are non-negotiables. What's great about these, y'all, it's calls and it's Zooms. So if you got to be on the move, it is okay. Log in, make it a habit. Consistency is what allows us to win. And it's consistency and not just presenting, but getting our mind right. What day or days are you listening to the inner circle? Are you listening to the inner circle every day? Or is it 3 days a week? Is it 4 days a week? And it is at least one interview every time. What I love that Eric did, all interviews are between 30 and 40 minutes. That's your 30 minutes of a good audio every day, right? If you don't have inner circle, go ahead and get it. But look at October. What do we have here? Monday, midnight, pay week. We close at secret. That's going to come up first thing in the morning. Who do we have that needs to close out the week big? Right? Then we have Columbus Day. We have that. Team Synergies here. But guess what? This is an update on my cousin's birthday. At least I know I can call her that morning. I'm still the good cousin. Just because I joined my business doesn't mean I forget about my family. Now, if I got some travel parties, I may miss that dinner because we do have a goal and we do have to give up some things in order for our goal for a season. I may miss that dinner, but at least she knows big cousin didn't forget about her. Let's go down to Elevate. Now, I have Elevated as Wednesday, October 26th to the 30th because I'm flying into New Orleans on Wednesday and I will be at Freedom Academy for training, for train the trainers. I'll be there on Thursday. I'm sorry, I have the 26th on Thursday. I'll be there Thursday for that. So I blocked that out from Thursday. I fly in Wednesday night. So I am there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Guess what? When you put that in there, there's nothing else that can be booked. No birthday parties, no cousins, none of that. And if they're booking it, y'all, just say, hey, I'm out of town. I won't be here. I have something I'm already doing. Non-negotiables. The second thing that's non-negotiable, I'm going to stop sharing now because I think you guys get it. Second thing that's non-negotiable, I think you should throw your work day in there. If it's 9 to 5, throw it in there. Because when we see better, you'll get to see how much time you actually have, y'all. You think you don't have time, but we have a lot more time. A part-time person in our industry is 3 to 10 hours a week. But if you give a good 3 to 5, you could still become a top income earner, eventually part-time. When you get to a certain point, it doesn't matter. You're automatically full-time. When you get to a certain point, you're making income, right? But 3 to 10 hours a week. And our Saturdays and Sundays, our weekends really give us a lot of those hours. It makes up on the hours. Another non-negotiable, those things with your children that you cannot miss. Right? Most of you know that I have a niece. Her last recital in 8th grade, Auntie can't miss. So that has to be in my calendar. Now, I missed some before, y'all. 6th grade, 7th grade, I missed some of those. I was gone. I had to do a presentation. But when she said, Auntie, this is the last recital before I graduate from grade school, Auntie will be there. That's a non-negotiable. Put those things in your calendar. What I love about the electronic calendar on your phone, that gives you reminders, y'all. It actually, you can set it up where if it's an event, it's an event, but there's also some tasks you can put in there. If you don't know how to use it, please reach out to somebody that does. It will save your life. Everything with your children, all of your events. And when I'll talk about the business builder in a minute and how to use your calendar to book your actual events, your launch events, and how to use that to get your person to choose one or the other date, right? We have to be in control, but I don't want to go too far there. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the calendar because it lets you see the time that you actually have. What are we doing with our time? When people tell you they don't have time and we tell them, oh, you actually have more time than you think, isn't it easier to just show them that they have more time than they think? Because we feel so overwhelmed. We really believe we don't have enough time to build a side business, a hustle, or whatever they want to call it, right? We know what it is, whatever they want to call it in the beginning, they think they don't have enough time. And when we show them the time they have, if they're not chatting on their phone, instead of calling somebody and getting an appointment, if they're not watching their favorite program on TV and they're actually maybe on a Zoom or in a living room sharing the information, let's trade our time sharing the information, put it on our calendar instead of using the TV or whatever it is that we have. Because think about it, you would never put TV time on your calendar. That's not important enough. But the time with your family, set it up, y'all, and don't miss it. So hopefully that helps a little bit with the calendar. That was just something that somebody suggested that I throw that in there with you all today. And so in our last few minutes, what we want to do, I'm going to share what we call the business builder checklist with you. So let me share my screen one more time. And we're going to go through these slides, y'all. So let me move my bar. There we go. All right, so we're going to go through these slides, y'all, and it's a business builder checklist. If you got your notebook, go ahead and start taking some notes. And it's something that I've used in the past, something that we pulled back up to use, because one thing I said is back to basics. We got to get back to basics and the fundamentals. Remember this, as you all are going out here and we're training and we're doing our business, you're always talking to the brand new person. I know that we get comfortable sometimes with one another. And so we take shortcuts in our conversations. We take shortcuts in our training. And the reason why we do that is because we know that some people or most people understand because they've been around. But if we stay in the practice, y'all, that we are talking to a brand new person every single time, we'll be able to catch more people and move them forward. So the fast start is just that. You have a brand new person. Who's your ride or die? Who's this person? Why did you do this? Right? That's your fast start, right? You want to get probably about 5 or 10 names when you sit with that person that day. And you also are going to book their launch event that day. That's your fast start. You want to make money fast or slow, all right? That's your fast start. But we also use a checklist for the business builder. This is different than the person that says they just want to share the product. They don't really want to sell. They call it sell. They don't want to do that. But the person that gets in it because they want to build the business, they see a future, they want generational wealth. This is something that I suggest that you do with them in the beginning. So I have these 8 points down here. I will go through each point, right, on a different slide, y'all. So don't go crazy trying to write them down. But we just call them action steps to complete in the next 4 to 7 days. Dana starts today. So by the time we loop back around in 7 days, these are the steps that I suggest that we know that have worked in my groups. These are the steps that I suggest that you do in order to help people move forward. And think about this. A brand new person starts with you. That's the most exciting they're going to be. And it is up to you to keep that excitement as high as possible. So what do? We do a fast start, because we know if they go home, they may have a conversation with somebody. And if that person is not educated, or they have not had their flu shot, right? We talked about the flu shot. If they have not had their flu shot, they could end up being deflated before we even get to them the next morning. So what we want to do is keep the energy up. And I suggest we use this as an actual checklist. I don't know if y'all can see this. And we allowed our people to go down and check off what they have accomplished. Listen, y'all, when people accomplish things, your energy goes high, right? How many of you all write a to-do list just so you can cross that thing out? Every time you cross it out, you put the simplest thing on that checklist, right? Check my bank account. Y'all know that's an app on the phone, but I'm gonna write it on there so I could draw the line on it so that I can be excited that I finished something else on my to-do list. So imagine how your brand new person feels that they open a brand new business. They open a brand new business. We did the fast start, so we already had a launch party in the next 3 days, maximum. But we also will check off a few things off of their business builder list before they leave your site. And now they get to say, well, out of the 8 things, I've already done 4. I only got 4 more to go, and I got 7 days to complete it. How do you think your brand new person feels, y'all? How you think they feel? Excited. So let's go through these real quick. So number 1, we're going to book a launch event. So there's a couple of things that we do with the launch event. Your launch event, just in case you may be brand new, that's the event you have to launch your business. That's the event you have to invite those friends and family that your sponsor, the person that brought you in, asked you, who do you want to show? Who's your ride or die? Who's the person that'll give you the credit card just because? Who's the person that if your tire was flat and it's 1% on your phone at 4 o'clock in the morning, who's that person that's going to not only answer the phone, but come and get you? Who is that person? Right? That's what you did. You booked your launch event. You have those people coming. We talked about the calendar just now. Guess what we're going to do? You're using your calendar. You are bringing your phone up. And you will look at your phone and say to your person, when you're booking their launch event, today's Tuesday. So we have Wednesday at 7 and we have Friday at 7. Which one is best for you? Now, mind you, if you just getting started, you might have 10 slots, but that ain't their business. Right? If you first getting started, your calendar may not be full yet, but your brand new person don't know that, right? See, because if you're busy and your person believes that you're going and running for this, they are going to be afraid not to get your help. I thought my time ran out when I waited all this time, y'all. And I didn't work with Roscoe Taylor when I was supposed to. I thought my time ran out. I had to call him and ask him, what can I do to get back on his calendar? That's how you want people to feel. Successful people are busy, right? It is on your time. So that's just a little bonus training for you. Lock in the date. They need Friday at 7. Great. So now you set them up, you've done the fast start, you're checking in with them, but then you're calling the night before, the day before. And say you're working with Jackie, you're telling Jackie, man, I'm so excited for you. You have no idea what's going to happen to you tomorrow, but you'll experience it. I had the opportunity to talk to some team members. We got a couple of seasoned team members that's coming over just for you. I told them all about you. Listen, we're looking forward to helping you and showing your friends why you're so excited. I'll see you tomorrow. Do you know why you do that? You do that because you don't have the frantic call Friday morning said it's canceled. You don't have the call Friday morning saying, I don't know what to do. I don't think I want to have it. Right? You don't have that call. When you say that to them, you just put them at ease, even if they may have some anxiety. Let me keep moving on. And then when you have that event on Friday, that launch event, you do not leave that event without another event. I don't care who's at the house. I don't, wherever we are, it does not matter. There has to be another event on the books in what? The next 3 to 5 days. What's great, it's already Friday, so you could do Saturday, Sunday. At least one event, but if you can get multiple in. At one point, guys, we were having events at 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 on Saturdays. And we started at 3 on Sundays because we had to allow folk to go to church. But that's what happens to your business when you take control of your calendar. You tell them they have a choice of 1 or 2 days. And if for some reason they tell you, you know what, I can't do any one of those days, I get it. Tell me what you think. Let me see what we got available. But in the meantime, we'll give you the other events that are on the books. We hate for this to happen to you because that means that your friends and family may lose the spot that they could have had because your event was could have been before theirs. You want to get them to lock in the spot? That's how you get them to lock in the spot, right? That's how you get them to say, you know what? I want to have my launch party because the fear of loss, I want my friends to be in front of those other folks because I saw it before them. It's just a mindset thing, right? Book a meeting from a meeting. We're going to book the next event. Show your easy ones. Your top 20 people, and they'll do it because of you. I kind of said it a little earlier. Who's your ride or die people? Your flat tire people, your duffel bag people. Some people like, Dana, what are duffel bag people? Look, y'all, you got $1 million in a duffel bag. Somebody gave it to you. Who are the people that you'll call to split it with? Woo! Who are those people you're going to call to split it with? Who are your Vegas people? I call you and I say you got 10 friends that you could take to Vegas on me tomorrow morning. Who's going to drop it and call off tomorrow and say, I'm coming to Vegas with you? Call those people. Who are your dreamers? Unfortunately, there's some people that don't dream out there, but who are your dreamers? Who are your people that's out there that really want more, that believe they deserve more? And who are your planners? Who has truly planned for the future? There's a reason why people ask you, what are you doing 6 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 and 20 years? See, some of us are like, nobody plans that far ahead. Yes, they do. Who are your planners? Who are your people? They don't have to do 20 years, but what if they plan 6 months in advance and in 6 months I need to do this? Those are some people. Then eventually you'll make a full names list. In the beginning, we got 20 names of people so that we can have our launch event, so that we can, get some people moving. We can have their launch events, but now we want at least 50 names of people. Remember, we're doing this in our first 4 to 7 days. And if you're doing this in the first 4 to 7 days, guess what else is happening, y'all? You're talking to your brand new person every day. It's harder for them to drift away. I hope y'all getting what I'm putting down. It forces us to do what we got to do, but it also keeps those guys tight, right? Then eventually it's a list of 200 names. Now I know that this may be a lot for some of you all. If it's not for you, it's okay, let it go. But one thing that I'll tell you a story real quick that I learned from Eric Grisbowski. I had a list of 30 names when I first started. I went through my list really quickly. But I found myself going back to the top of my list over and over. And then eventually my friends are like, man, I'm just not available at the times. And so I asked Eric, I said, why is this happening? He said, because you didn't write a full list, a bigger list. And this is what happens. And it happened to me. When you have a list of 200 names or more, or you eventually dump your phone, right? When you have a list of 200 names or more, you go from 1 to 200. What happens? Some people say yes, some say no. You will get a check. You would have attended some of these trainings. More than likely, you would have gone to a regional training or a national training. And so your confidence is built up. Your attitude is better. You got some checks. You got 1 or 2 squared or 3 squared levels in the books, and they paid you. What? The company did what they were supposed to do. And so what happens when I get back to those first 30 names, my call is different. My style is different because my belief is up, right? And so if 200 names is too much for you, I understand that. But if you're looking to build this business and go into the future, don't be afraid of 200 plus names. Eventually, dump your phone. There is no judgment. Some will, some won't. So what? My life looked really good in the beginning, y'all. My girlfriend did not judge me, and I was very grateful for her. The next thing you're going to do is share. You're sharing it with 20 people at your launch party, or your 101, your 201 with your expert, a secret social. If there's a secret social, join someone else's. Zooms, launch events, and big shots. Guess what's happening until Elevate? Max, I didn't tell you that you will be in my training today, so sorry about that. But this was today's call at 7 p.m. Central Time. Secret leaders are blasting off until Elevate. Every single night, there is a leader that's going to set it up for you to just bring your person on. How crazy is that, y'all? How crazy is that? I want to thank all of the leaders that are signing up to do this nightly until Elevate. I know that there are some people that are still looking for volunteers. So if you can hit Max or hit Pam Pacheco, get with them, y'all. Be a part of the movement. That's how we're helping people. And then we're going to attend some weekly events. There are team meetings that your leadership is having. There are launch events where some people are having their very first event, helping their family. There's training events like our RTE last week. And then there's also our training events like we have coming up in Elevate October 27th. And then we could do presentations. So I just talked about that. Attend a fast start training. I'm gonna tell you, secret, we got it made. Like we got it down, y'all. And the reason why I say that, there's a Saturday morning training. You don't even have to create your own training. Bananas. There's companies in our industry where each leader have to create every single thing that I'm talking about. But the leaders here in our company get together and they share the responsibility to train the entire company, not sections of the company. Attend the trainings on Saturday mornings. It is every Saturday except for big events and certain holidays, right? We're going to respect everybody's holiday and everybody's worship. And so it's at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. PST, 11 Central, and then 12 p.m. Eastern. The website is SaturdayTrainingZoom.com. And if for some reason you can't get there, that's your Zoom ID. Okay. And here is last week's. This was last Saturday. Last Saturday, we had Jesse Mack and we had Eric G. Let me tell you about the Saturday training, y'all. We even get trained on how to present. Did you know that? We get trained on how to present. Eric Grzybowski gets on there in the first 22 minutes, like literally he's done in like 22 minutes. In the first 22 minutes, and he does the presentation. And then on this one, Jesse came with the Club Fit announcements and all our other announcements, but there are leaders throughout the company that joins us on that call. If you have any weekly calls, attend those weekly calls with your team. We have a team synergy call that we're on right now, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and then 9 Eastern. And if there's any leadership calls that your upline and your specific group has, make sure you attend those. Then the last thing you're going to do is purchase your next training event ticket. Your regional training, that's your RTE. Your national training, that's your NTE. Super Saturdays are those events where your leadership will get with another leader in the company and they just bring someone in and we do an event there. And you can register for your events at secretdirectevent.com. Y'all, those are the 8 things we'll do in the next 4 to 7 days. That is your business builder checklist. If you would like to use it, if you would like to move some things around, if you would like to go ahead and say, you know what, Dana, I think for my group, I'm going to change 1 or 2 things out, that's fine. Because what I've realized is this. I know we are in the time and age where everything is in here. I know that. But just like the leaders tell us to take out the application and put it in the hands of the brand new person, you got to give your brand new person something, even if it's a 1-sheeter, to say you have started your business. You have checked off things in your first 2 hours of seeing and making your decision. Congratulations, you are well on your way to building and taking control and ownership of your business. How do you think your brand new person will feel when they go home and they set that piece of paper down? How do you think they're going to feel? Accomplished. That level of being scared and maybe what did I sign up for? And, you know, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, that level is starting to come down. And because we're doing those things on that checklist in the next 4 to 7 days, you giving them a call or text in the morning. Good morning. Now that we have your launch event on the books, here's a couple of things to make it successful. Every single day you are teaching your person something. And what are we doing to make it successful? Since you're brand new, I'll help you with this and this. I'll have some applications for you. But then you tell them how to have a launch event, right? Not a lot of dinner, not a lot of alcohol. We want to turn the chairs from the door, right? How to do their testimony every single day. In those 4 to 7 days with this checklist, y'all, you could have a star in your hands and you actually can have a presenter in about 4 days if we do that thing right. So I really wish that I could keep talking to y'all. RTEs, that's why RTEs and our big events for 2 and 3 days is really a big deal, because we get to talk to you for 30, 45, maybe an hour. Today, I got to talk to you all for an hour, so it's awesome. But it's so much more that we can do. But these little things, day by day, little by little, creates the foundation, because we use the fundamentals to build our business. If you haven't written anything down today, write this down. Always talk to the new person. This is not time to talk to our people that we've been around. This is not time to impress anybody that's been around. Your brand new person will always feel comfortable when you talk to them. And those of us that are in the room and we are leading, we know what time it is, because all of us only have a first time, a brand new ID one time. So hopefully, y'all, this helps you all with the next 4 days with getting that square bonus. Let me tell y'all something. I was the person that really didn't care about recognition. I always cared about recognizing someone. I didn't have to cross the stage. No, it's because I needed a different mindset too, right? And so being in this group, I needed a different mindset. I didn't want people to celebrate me. I wanted to celebrate other people. And where did that come from? Right? It was one of those things because I was taught, part of being humble is this and that and the other. No, you know what? Let me tell you something. Hit that square bonus, y'all, so y'all can walk on the stage. Because there's nothing like walking that stage and the people you've been working with and the people that you have been praying for and the people that you share your life outside of secret, because now it's all intertwined. When you walk that stage and all you say is thank you, and those people are standing there clapping and cheering and smiling at you, and it don't matter what level you're at, there is no judgment. Hit the square bonus, y'all. Close the month out strong. We got the blast off promotion going on. Jesse said it earlier in the call. We have over $1,700 on the. Listen, we want to go ahead and we really want to go ahead and end it strong. You know why? Because if you earn 1010 or above by the end of September, you walk the stage at Elevate. Come on, y'all. You walk the stage at Elevate, and guess what you get to tell somebody that's not coming? Oh, they haven't made up their mind. Look, I need you to come and see me walk the stage. If they don't get why they need to come, they don't get the education, they don't understand that the group we're in is a lot of fun, and they don't even get that we're going to be in New Orleans. Listen, one of the reasons why I'm going in Wednesday is because I'm going to eat, okay? I'm getting off track. I'm going to eat on Wednesday. But if they don't understand that, you achieving one of the levels of square bonus, as long as you're 1010 or above, you will walk the stage, but you're still recognized at 5-5. So if being recognized and walking the stage is completely two different things for you, then I'm gonna say hit 1010 so we can call you across the stage. But then tell that person, you know what? I know you don't understand, but I need you to at least come and see me walk the stage, because it's because of you. It's because of what we were able to do for you and your family and your friends, why I got this accomplishment anyway. Don't be afraid to tell your team that you're grateful for them and you're thankful for them for every effort that they give, right? We're going to get this work done, but you're next. Secret, I am so grateful. I'm thankful. I know it was a lot of information. I hope that something that I said tonight helps you with your business. I hope that by sharing the flu shot, we felt brand spanking new today. I hope that we all went back to the day we got our ID numbers for the first time, and that we remember that feeling for the brand new person we're sitting next to that is getting their ID number for the first time. I wish for you thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people join your organization, and that you're able to remember the flu shot and use that checklist and stay in the basics and fundamentals for every single one of them so that their business can be strong. Thank y'all. Have an awesome, awesome night. And I will see everybody. If I don't see you before, I will see everybody in New Orleans. And like I say, more than likely, you'll see me in a restaurant before training start, because then I'm going to come to training. I'll pay attention. But we're going to be eating until then, right? Good night, Secret.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dana. That was awesome.
Thank you,
Let's go meet
Dana.
up at Dookie K's.
Appreciate you so much.
That was
Thank
so
you, Dana.
awesome. Thank you so much. Come on,
you.
everybody. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Come on,
Thank you,
Queens. Let's go.
Dana. That was so good.
Dana is the true
Thank you,
queen.
Dana.
Yeah.
She did that. She did that.
Yes, she did.